UFC 205 occurred in New York City this past weekend at Madison Square Gardens. First of all, great overall card. 3 title fights on the card. Lots of action.
I'm not even a fan, and I was engaged. There were some really good fights.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't follow it too much. I just follow McGregor.
Well, here's the thing. Even those who don't follow the pugilistic arts, it's still a big deal. It actually broke the MSG gate record, which is basically the money they get from the attendance at the record. So I think the last record was Holyfield and Lewis, which was, I think, 13.5 million. They haven't released the numbers for this, but it's apparently smashed that. Apparently it's somewhere in the $17 million area just for the gate alone, which was a huge deal.
Yeah.
And you know what? To those clinging to the idea that MMA still plays second fiddle to boxing, they're gonna have to let go of that right now because it's switched around at this point. A lot of talented fighters on the card, but the one name that's on everyone's tongues right now is the notorious one, Conor McGregor.
That's right.
That's the guy. He talks an awful lot of trash, but you know what? It's kind of a cliche at this point, but he really does back it up. Once again, another electrifying performance. Knocked out the 155-pound lightweight champion, Eddie Alvarez, who's an absolute beast. He may not be as well known as many of the fighters in the UFC right now, but he's led a big underground career and he's beaten a lot of big guys. Deserved champion, and Conor beat him to be the first 2-belt holder in UFC history, in the promotion's history. It's a big deal. I'm sure you guys heard about it, even if you didn't follow fighting.
Yeah.
No, we watched it.
I think it says something if I've heard of it.
That says a lot.
That's the big time.
But his post-game conference was great. When he was just I envisioned it, and he's taken UFC to that next level. If you're outdoing, what was it, Tyson Holyfield or Lewis Holyfield?
It was Lewis Holyfield, yeah.
If you're outdoing that, that's big things. And he made it known in his press conference. He's hey, I want equity, I want stakes.
Yeah.
I've taken this company to the next level because he's got the showmanship, he's got the character, and he's got the skills in the ring to back it up. All that, it's
you knew
really
once he showed up to that presser with the mink coat on.
Oh yeah, the pre-fight presser,
pretending to throw a chair at Alvarez.
Yeah.
You knew he had the crowd. He had the audience.
For
he
sure.
played to that.
What's crazy is Alvarez lives an hour-and-a-half drive away and was being booed by someone who lives a 4-hour flight away.
Yeah.
Booed
That's his
by the
whole state.
whole arena, which is crazy.
Yeah. And then Conor has to ask for the 2 belts. We watched it, right?
Yep.
Now he's got the psychological edge too. That's a huge factor in his game, is it not? The trash talking and kind of getting somebody already thinking they're going to lose before they go into the fight.
Yeah, there's only been one person that hasn't worked on.
Yeah. What's his name again? I remember this guy.
Nate
Diaz, right?
Yeah. But hey, Conor went to war with him and escaped that knockdown, right? He knocked him down and he came back. And
that was more he could take punches and last throughout
true.
the match.
Yeah,
Conor
I watched
got
that.
tired.
Yeah.
But
his face was like a cherry. It was beet
the
red.
Diaz brothers, they're known for their leather faces. They can take a punch for sure.
But hey, no, it's this is a crucial step for UFC, and it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes from here, right now, because you have a superstar at the front of your business, at the helm with 2 belts. That can guide you into kind of when the WWE exploded back in 2000. When they had all the marquee names like Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H. That put them on another level, and that's what the cusp of UFC is right now.
And I think a lot of people are forgetting that Rousey's coming back. She's only lost once, and McGregor lost his last fight. He's lost 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's still the number 1 athlete. Maybe you could argue he's number 1 in the world right now. But Rousey's only lost once, and we've kind of just forgotten about her. She could totally turn this around.
Yeah, she can. She's got the skills to do it, but a lot of people are saying she's lost her nerve. Yeah. In the pre-fight presser that you were talking about, where Conor wore the Gucci mink, they announced a fight between her and Amanda Nunes for the big UFC New Year's Eve card, which is always one of their biggest cards of the year. And after they did a face-off, she didn't stay for the interview afterwards. Nunes stayed and talked with Joe Rogan, who is, on stage, and Rousey stormed off the stage. So a lot of people are talking maybe she's lost her nerve a bit, which is the thing that Conor McGregor has that...
Yeah.
What do you think, PR?
I'm going to chime in here, too. I don't think Conor McGregor, having lost 3 times, has gotten as much flack for losing as Ronda Rousey got for losing once. She got torn apart because she lost, because of what she was saying beforehand, and she had a breakdown, essentially. She had a meltdown.
Well, yeah, she got flack because of the stuff that she said afterwards, right? When she was like questioning things and like had that note on that episode on Ellen when she was like, but that's what
questioning whether she wanted to live anymore, and then saying she didn't want to continue the sport and wanted to settle down and have babies with Travis Brown.
Yeah. So like that was the flack, whereas Conor was like, "Hey, I'm coming back."
But I think you're right in as much as women's MMA does have a lot more to prove than men's MMA does. You know.
Yeah. I took it as a sore loser. I think Conor can lose, and it's like, I'm going to come back, I'm going to win. But Ronda Rousey is like, can she take a loss? I think that's part of being an athlete. Like you have to be able to take.
Different. I think if Conor had no losses going into last fight and he lost, it would have been maybe taken the same way.
Perhaps
he already had 3 losses going into the last fight. Ronda was an icon.
Yeah.
Before she lost,
and
she already established herself as an icon in the sport.
Yeah.
And she was in movies. She was starting to do like the whole like Dwayne the Rock Johnson kind of thing, and then she lost, and she kind of just fell off, and it was like a little surreal because she never thought she was going to lose ever again. But
what do you guys think about McGregor and the WWE? Because Triple H,
it's a guarantee.
Yeah,
it's a guarantee. There's so much money for him to be made there.
Yeah,
and when he doesn't feel like getting,
he definitely has the charisma.
Yeah.
I don't see the body type.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
it's true.
Well, the thing is what's funny is like I read that and then I looked up the Floyd Mayweather Big Show fight. Just ridiculous.
I know, but he was there for like one fight, right?
That's what McGregor would do.
I guess he could make an appearance for sure.
Do the SummerSlams, do the WrestleManias.
He can make an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can pull like a Brock Lesnar, but
no, he's not going to tour with WWE. Yeah. But I think he's got the opportunity to make a couple mil a year.
Yeah.
Just with WWE.
Yeah. If the president-elect has done it, McGregor can do it.
What can you doubt now? That's for sure.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. That's how I could even be in PR.
Make 2 beers great again.
GBT2. Hey, don't forget GBT2 on Pluto.
Let's get some T-shirts made up. Make 2 beers great again. I like it.
Make 2 beers great again.
Yeah.
Fury, you're on top of that.
Yeah. Producer, best hair you've never seen. Get back on it.
Yeah. Right. Smokey the Bear.
Yeah. Seriously. Little smoke in our faces.
For our friends at home here.
Yeah, absolutely. Check us out on Facebook. We are still at 2 Beers on Facebook. 2 Beers 2015 on IG. We probably got to update that. But it's been a pleasure. Pleasure to sit at this table with you again, gentlemen.
Cheers.
As always. Cheers.
So cheers.
2
Shout out to our
beers.
number 1 fan.
There we go.
Hey, Camille. This one's for
you.
With an order.